All right, this is ZeroPoint Module 5. I'm calling it the nonsensus consensus. We're going to be talking about nonsensus and other nonsense. Today we got pretty much mostly people that have attended the event. We're going to be talking about the recap, our thoughts on it, any experiences or information that we got out of it, and just general things with ZeroPoint, I guess. I did want to start out by saying thank you all for coming. That was really awesome. It was like a once-in-a-lifetime experience to actually be part of that with everybody there, all for the first time. It was something a little magical for me. I don't know about you guys, but again, I just wanted to thank everybody sincerely for showing up and being a part of it. I don't have too much to say off the top. I just kind of want to get the ball rolling. So if anybody has anything they want to share about the event, feel free to get started. And like always, we'll just roll from there.
All right, if it's okay, I'll start.
Sure, go for it.
So I spent some time on the plane ride coming back from Phoenix, kind of boiling down in my mind what I just experienced. And so it's like once we entered that room and we met everybody face to face, the JPEGs and the avatars that were really only placeholders in our mind, all those things went away. And then we entered into the human layer of our network, and we also entered into kind of uncharted territory. So when we began slowly to trust each other and like share more and more about the topics we were discussing, once we all felt comfortable, you could hear this loud buzz of vibrant conversations, and you could feel the energy that was building in the room. And from the energy turned into like waves of laughter and like aha moments. People were having epiphanies as they hear from the audience during the speaker's talk about all of the different things.
I think you cut out there.
I thought it was a really good experience.
Yeah, you cut out just at the end there for just a few seconds, but
yeah, so I was just saying that being in the same room when people met each other face to face for the first time was such an awesome experience.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit mind blowing. Also meeting some people for the first time too was also a big part of it. Not everybody there just knew each other online. There was new faces and new people, and I don't know. There's something about the environment where everybody just immediately clicked and got along. It was pretty cool.
I could listen to Slick Stuck about the technical aspect of there all day long.
I could listen to most of the speakers all the time.
Right, Styx's presentation was really one of the highlights of the whole thing.
Yeah, Six and Slicks. Awesome presentations.
Yeah, they were great.
And even the non-technical, I was going to say even the non-technical presentations were super interesting. It was kind of crazy that everybody just wanted to see what everybody had to say so badly that, I mean, everybody was so burnt out, but still staying. It was kind of amazing to watch how long we ran a couple of those days. But yeah, go ahead, Daniel. Jump on it.
Yeah, it was great. Everybody was participating really well, even in like the non-technical and non-Daro stuff. There was a Secrets presentation was a great, kind of break from the rest of it. He had a whole different vibe to his. And Kalina's as well. Now I was surprised to see everyone participate in her little guided meditation thing. I figured like only half the room was going to do it or something, but no, we all had a big group meditation there, and like everybody was in it. It was pretty intense. It was pretty crazy. But my experience going there, I actually hadn't talked to anybody there before. I had only talked to Amy, the person I came with to give a presentation on Pirates. She was the only person I'd ever talked to in the whole room. But, or I guess not. I guess Raf was there. I talked to him before, Raphael. But everyone else was complete strangers to me. And I just, pretty quickly, especially after I got called a girl, I felt pretty comfortable around everyone. And I wasn't sure what to expect. At first, I was thinking you guys were going to be like these super classy intellectuals or something. But then I spent 3 days with you and learned better. But yeah, everybody you could tell we were all on the same wavelengths, what we thought was important, the problems we had, and the direction of the crypto markets and stuff like that. It was really refreshing. Even at other crypto events I've been to, hasn't just been 100%, my kind of people. And this one was, and it was really, really exciting to be a part of them. Wasn't really sure what to expect going down there. I was actually not planning on staying for the third day originally. I was going to head home, but I wasn't expecting to meet so many cool friends, and I just couldn't bring myself to go home. So I booked a room for another night and stayed. So actually another 2 nights, because then, I stayed at the Airbnb with the other guys. yeah, it was absolutely incredible and, well worth the trip.
You were also not only expected to be the third day, you were the first person to show up besides me on the third day.
Yeah, yeah. I was all excited. I was checked out in my hotel room and didn't have anywhere else I wanted to go. Just go hang out with everybody. It was great. And that really was some of the best parts, was just visiting with everybody at the end of the day and stuff. It was great.
For those listening, I accidentally called Daniel a woman on stage. Literally, second presentation on day one. And I asked the mic to be passed to the kind lady. Daniel is not a lady, but he is kind. Um, but
It really loosened up the event, though.
yeah, well, leave it to me. But on the third night, we ended up, sleeping in the same bedroom together in a bunk bed. But yeah,
That doesn't sound suspect at all.
but so this nonsensus event, it was something for me. It was something phenomenal. I haven't really been able to place it. Yeah, it's probably changed me. Well, it has. Everything was perfect. I can't really put it into words. We did something really special there. Everyone that was there was meant to be there. Yeah, it was exactly what it was meant to be. It was the first one. It really was special. And since coming back from there, I am different. I feel like I have a bit more purpose outside of my life, sort of exogenously, rather than just looking after myself. We're all on the same page. I got to meet the people that I know online, and I got to meet obviously a bunch of great new people, and it was for you guys listening, it was unbelievable for me. And then that's just the feeling of it, let alone the actual intellectual quality of the presentations. There was no overlap. This is what I'm talking about when I said it was perfect. There was no overlap. We were all just everything that was presented was just meant to be presented, and it all had its own place. It was just perfect. I don't think we'll ever be able to from here on out, it's going to be different. And I'm just blessed to be able to have been part of the first one. And I do thank you all for that.
Yeah, that's kind of a common thread I've heard from pretty much everybody I've talked to that was there, having trouble putting it into words exactly what happened, what was going on. So I definitely understand how you had a bit of trouble there trying to explain things. You're not really the type of person that's usually short on words, so
Yeah,
it's kind of
I got I don't know if it was just the weight of accepting to talk at a place like this, and it's that was lifted off. It was just a combination of multiple things, just like it was like we got like a gnomon, right? We got like a direction, a reference point now, and this is real, and now we can really we can push forward, and we know what's up. We know we know what we know why we're all here. It was just lovely, I was happy to do my presentation. I got up on stage. Just let me say, the venue, for you guys that sorted it out, it was the nonsensus team. It was phenomenal. You really went all out. A truly, really great venue. You could, I think you can see it from Raphael's video. It was a stage. It was screens. It was the setup was phenomenal. We were made to feel at home. And that helped. And by the time I got on stage, I wasn't even concerned. I was just up there, ready to go. And I'm happy with my presentation, happy with how it went, happy with how it was received. Yeah, everything just it went phenomenally. Thank you, guys.
It was more like time and space warping into that room. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that venue was just truly awesome. It was a perfect sized room, and then the food and service and everything. It was absolutely incredible. These guys went all out trying to show the attendees a really good time, and they went above and beyond. It's definitely never been treated like that at a conference before. It was incredible.
Yeah, we didn't really want to throw some sort of event where people were paying some high ticket price and then, paying $10 for a bottle of water and all that kind of stuff you see other places. We wanted everyone to be taken care of as much as we could. So I appreciate hearing that back.
Yeah, guests are guests, not ATM machines.
Absolutely. Well, and I think that was the idea, right? Was you see these conferences like Consensus, and the guests are treated like ATM machines. How much can you extract from them? This was the complete opposite, right? It was the identifying that the whole thing is nonsensus, and this is how it should be. This was grassroots, right? This was real people getting together to discuss real ideas and create real paths forward. Everyone in that room, you could account for everyone, and it was it was perfect. Just such high quality. And I've never been to a conference or anything like that, let alone present. All right. So if this is the if this is where the bar is set in my mind, well, good luck if I do go to other conferences, because I'm going to be a brute.
Yeah, they are not
Be
this night.
disappointed.
Yeah, you'll pay like $15 for a funnel cake, and that's what you'll be eating for lunch. And yeah, if they're not, this isn't normal. At least not for I've only been to crypto and cannabis conferences, but none of them were like this.
And I really appreciate the fact that there was no talk of price on Dero at all at the conference. Like, I think someone from the Crypto Vigilante did a presentation outside of the conference and posted it onto a social media, but no one there was talking price. It was remarkable, because that's what you would expect at any crypto conference, right? Yeah, what's it gonna be? When should we sell? That was awesome not to have that floating about.
Yeah, see, I didn't know the price going in there, and I still don't know the price. Like I've even downloaded the wallet, and I still haven't gotten to look at the price. But that's not what anybody was focused on at all. And yeah, that was really refreshing. It was great.
I do also want to add it was great ducking off into the corner every once in a while with, not really into the corner, but off to the side with Daniel sometimes, and just being grumpy old men complaining about the state of some of these other conferences and the state of crypto. And we both kind of expected more of a moon boy type attitude from, I wasn't sure what Pirate was going to do, but I was like, well, maybe it's going to be kind of a moon boy thing. And he thought he was going to come meet a bunch of moon boys, but it was nice to see everybody was on the same page, and that wasn't discussed at all.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And we got a lot off our chests. So I needed to do that ranting. I get so frustrated these days. But yeah, I was expecting moon boys. That's definitely not a single person there.
Maybe one.
Okay, there was one, but other than that, oh god, yeah, it was really refreshing for talking crypto. Dude, I was just talking with these guys I know through work or whatever. They brought up crypto yesterday, and we were talking, and I'm like, I just don't even want to. I would rather just not talk about it. You guys like just moon boys, and you sound so stupid, so uninspiring. And that's why I don't even want to talk about crypto to most people. So it's nice to have some people I could talk about it openly and honestly with, and who had opinions I, either shared or cared about, respected their opinions I respect, It was a nice change of pace.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of disillusionment with people who've been in crypto for a long time, or even just people who understand crypto for what it's supposed to be. And then trying to talk to other people who just see it as like a slot machine stock market. You know, there's not much more substance behind a lot of things nowadays.
Yeah, and what was, I'm pretty sure when when Bitcoin was launched, you can only quantify supply and demand and get a price by exchanges. And there was a time where there were no exchanges; it was just a technology. This is what that is. This is what Dero is. It's a technology. It's a tool, and we're identifying ways to use this tool to forward our goal of, well, freedom ultimately. And that's what it is. And I was happy to actually touch on that shortly in my presentation. Price, this thing you guys call price, this number is just that's just how you quantify supply and demand. So that's all it is. As when you say price, that's all you're talking about is supply and demand. Yeah, we're just around technology, right? That we're just around tools created by man, and we need tools are created by man to do a thing, right? You use a rock to crack open a nut. Well, this is our rock to crack open the nut of life. The nut of freedom. The nut of being away from a surveillance state. If that so happens to coincide with creating demand against a fixed supply of a thing, well, then price will be the infliction of that, the outcome. That's a byproduct, right? For us here, price will be a byproduct of doing the right thing. That's what I want to say. So do the right thing, and maybe the good things will come to you.
Build it and they will come.
Exactly. People don't understand that phrase. They say, "What doesn't make sense? Build it and they will come." Well, if your context and your point of reference is price, no, it might not.
And if you don't build anything relevant to the world, then expect it to reward you monetarily, then you're a little bit naive.
I actually, just since we're close enough to the subject, I wanted to bring up, somebody had pointed out that you were talking about Bitcoin, and somebody had pointed out that we had the event on the 15th anniversary of the Bitcoin white paper, and that was a complete accident. But
Really?
I find it a bit, yeah, I find that to be a bit serendipitous, though. It was kind of cool yeah. So that was actually the day.
The synchronicities, the serendipities about this whole thing have just been insane, right? There was at one point I was just, I was basically on Darrow Street, Darrow. Just the amount of things like that. Like, this is why I say it was perfect. Something happened there, man. Well, and yeah, let's do it again sooner. Right, bull run will be good. I'll be happy to put money forward.
And I know I've kind of been driving the conversation, guys, but really feel free to just jump in whenever you want. I'm not really out to call people out and ask them specific questions. So whoever has something to add, just feel free to jump on in. I think I accidentally muted everybody.
Yeah, I was locked up for a second.
Yeah, but I don't know if you guys heard me, but yeah, I was just saying that feel free to add whatever you want. I know I'm kind of driving the conversation, but it's really not my intention.
Hey,
Was taking her heels off.
I did. I left heels early for you guys. Just so you know, I cut out a heels class early just to say hello. I love you guys. I missed you guys from the event. It was just so epic and life changing. And I am outside of my dance class, so you're going to hear a bunch of background music or noise. So I won't be too long. I just wanted to say hello and just catch whatever you guys are talking about.
Are you telling them how to run Darrow nodes?
I could. I mean, how do we get dance classes on chain? And is that even a necessity at this point, right?
Well, for you, it seems like it might be. So let's do it.
Yeah, I like that. Right, right. Well, it was more ballet. Heels was just ran over, but yeah, I'm grateful to be doing all the cool things. Cake Master isn't here, but we came up with some pretty hilarious ideas. And what have you guys been talking about so far? I'm so happy to connect again.
A revolution without dancing is a revolution not worth having.
Right on.
He's talking about
Also,
Er-
I was just gonna say I don't want people to know where I'm dancing. I just want to dance.
Close your eyes.
When can we get like dance mining? Like if we can mine with dance steps? Mm-hmm.
Dan.
Kinetic energy mining.
I just pictured like solving a hash with a DDR mat. Oh, I would be so about it.
wasn't muted. Right. So we were talking about just the event in general and how it made us feel, Kalina. I was saying it was felt like something pretty special happened there. It's kind of hard to put into words what happened. You know, just the amount of synchronicities and serendipities. Yeah, that word. But yeah, how do you feel
Yeah,
about?
even when I first arrived in Phoenix with my friends, there was a bathroom waiting for me. So how about that?
Are you talking about your hotel room or?
No, I just literally we drove from Canada straight to some farm outside of Phoenix, and there's a bathroom and beer waiting for us.
Then what did you do in that bathroom? Did you have a poo?
A couple.
Well, to make room for some
Well,
more.
how many hours did you guys actually drive total?
Total driving time or in
Yeah.
the truck? In the truck, probably 120 hours.
Oh my god. Don't travel like Asylum, guys. Get an airplane, get a hotel.
He's the John Madden of crypto.
I like it. I'll probably do it again.
Asylum's gonna go on road trips for Dara.
That's the dream.
Looks like Slicks had to go. He let me know, but he said he'd see us soon. I was hoping he'd jump on to talk quicker, but he does get a bit shy, so.
And speaking of that, I know a lot of you have never spoke publicly before, but I have to say, all the talks were engaging. They were thought-provoking. They were interesting. They were funny. And so for those of you that I know some of you have never spoken publicly before, you guys did an awesome job. And I'm really happy that so much knowledge was shared and so much knowledge was transferred. I was sitting next to people in different talks, and people were so excited about some of the ideas that were shared and some of the things, the capability that's available through Darrow and that's being built. So excellent job to all the speakers, man. I really, really appreciated you guys, what you shared with us.
It was just made easy, you know, being in a comfortable room full of people that I was comfortable with, you know. It's yeah, it was fine, really. I don't remember any nerves or anything like that. Well, there might have been. I don't know.
Alsa, you're up really late. What time is it over there?
It's not that late. Look, it's 20 to 10. I can do it. And it's Saturday.
So I'm curious, are you wearing your blue blockers? And more importantly, I've been seeing all these posts on Twitter about you posting your blue blockers for sale in the secret shop. When are your blue blockers coming to Darrow on chain?
I am wearing my blue blockers, obviously, as all of you should be blocking blue light when the sun goes down because you don't get it anywhere else. Or you do get it, you know, mainly on a full moon. But then, you know, you turn into lunatics and you get blue light at night, therefore lunacy. But I can set something up on the secret shop, but in order to do that, I would need a bit more time, Kalina. Need a personal assistant. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I'm excited.
Oh, you want the role of personal assistant?
I don't. I wish he would, right? You guys, I'm a little bit distracted over here. I'm gonna have to pop off, okay? But I just wanted to say hi, and that event was freaking fantastic, and I can't wait to see you guys again.
See you later.
Thanks, Kalina.
Have a good one.
So yeah, Alpha and I had a quick discussion about blue blocking sunglasses because I seen his, and I was like, "Hey, is that what those? I think those are." He was like, "Yeah." It was a fun discussion because I've been wearing mine for I don't know 5-6 years now, and it's like it was the cool thing of experiencing. And I had this in many conversations with people that we connected on so much different levels. Yet Darrow and technology and that kind of stuff, but just like our intellectual curiosity. I'm curious about a lot of different things, and conversations that I have with many people kind of share those curiosities and share those interests. And it's like, wow, man, there's this whole group of community of people that, I can share these experiences with. And 9 times out of 10, we have commonality. We can talk and we can kind of banter back and forth about these different disparate topics. It was great.
I also enjoyed that if you had any sort of different point of view with anybody else, nobody was abrasive about it. You could just agree or agree to disagree, or even just find common ground and just keep moving forward. I didn't see that anybody really that had disagreements that had escalated into actually being abrasive with each other. It was really, really an open conversation in all senses of it, all senses of open conversation.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes from, people having their, they have their insecurities about things, and that's what, escalates things with people. I think we're all kind of, we know who we are, and we know what we like, and we know what we're about, and when we have discussions, we could just have a discussion with people that we don't have to. I'm not trying to win the argument. We're trying to share information, and yeah, if we have a disagreement, okay, we disagree. We move on. It's nothing more than that. But man, what a great event! It was like-minded people. For those of you guys that missed out, definitely set your plans, and this next time is going to be even bigger and better. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there that was there originally. We could all call ourselves nonsensus OGs because we are the ones that made a way and ended up showing up there. So great to meet everybody in person, and looking forward to building together now with Darrow.
Absolutely, right back at you. Everybody that didn't come missed an opportunity to level up as an individual. There's so much merch, lots of merch that we got gifted with, brochures that are extremely well developed, very well thought out and presented by some of the very speakers that were there, able to give that information in real time and answer questions about it. But yeah, I don't know if any of you guys, I kind of seen a couple of posts on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it nowadays, about sharing the message afterwards. It really put me in a flow state. I was even able to pass out some of the stuff that I got right away there in Phoenix, just because of how energetic it was to talk about it. And when you see the opportunity, you can just jump on it, right? So I appreciate the merch and all of that stuff too.
Yeah, I try to use those as tools to reach people and communicate with people, and have a genuine, authentic conversation. I was handing out the Darrow keychains to people in the casino, just people I'm meeting and having a conversation with that last day. Like, hey, I don't know if you know anything about technology, but you have money saved. I would consider a small investment, something if you look into it, it seems right for you. Here's a keychain, you can learn more information, and then move on.
Yeah, a lot of those keychains I call graffiti keychains because I left them all over Austin, Texas, and other places and airports. And
Yeah. Yes.
And they're a decent little icebreaker, or I don't know what the opposite of an icebreaker is. You're talking to somebody and you're trying to explain it to them, but you don't have all the time. And it's just, here, there's the website on that. You can check it out later if you feel like it.
Yeah,
I heard more people want guitar picks, though. So I'm going to have to.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that was a popular item. My friends and family, when they seen that, they're like, "Oh, I want one of those."
Yeah, I did. I literally started using those as just like, you could see some of them are two-tone because it was like scrap. It was like scrap plastic that I was making them with. But if people want them, I'll make more.
The market has spoken.
I was also surprised just how many guitar players were present.
Right? I see Apollo has shown up in his usual fashion of a little bit late. How's it going, man?
Good. Yeah, I'd use a pick for my ukulele. I would love that.
When you
Yeah,
tiptoes through the tulips?
exactly. I gotta learn that song. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going down.
Do you have a ukulele?
Really? Yeah. Of course. No, I am. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just popping in quick here. I wanted to show myself, but don't
How'd you feel about nonsense?
have much time to be here. It was incredible, and I was only there for the party, but seeing all you guys was great. I think our community is leveled up. We're now a real community of humans, not just an online community of JPEGs. Great, excellent. And from everything I've heard about the talks, sounds like it was awesome. And I wish I could have been there, but yeah.
We'll get you next time, man. It was nice it was nice that you just showed up. It was really appreciated, actually. For a little bit I thought you might have just got cold feet and that's why you were not coming, but when you finally showed up, that was amazing.
Yeah, I heard there was a wager. I thought you voted or you bet that I was gonna come though, didn't you? That's what I heard.
You cut out a little bit. I just heard, did I bet?
Yeah, I heard
We had a running bet that one person wouldn't show up, and it turned out it was you, and then that bet was canceled when you showed up. So it was pretty funny.
Well, yeah, I'm glad I made it. When I missed the second flight, I thought, probably I should go home. Probably it's not worth it, but it's actually Cake Master who convinced me to push on through. I called him at like 5 a.m. in the airport, and he's like, "No, man, you got to come." And he's right. I'm glad I did.
Thank you for persevering. It was lovely to meet you, chest to chest.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. Yeah, truly. Yeah, it was really great meeting you all, and yeah, you in particular for sure. Yeah, we got a special community here.
And shout out to Marcel for helping out with that situation.
Yes. Yeah, Marcel paid for my second flight with Little Duck too. But yeah, thank you both you guys.
Yeah, Xylem, pat yourself on the back if you would, please.
Great.
Awesome job.
Thank you,
He said, "Shut."
Marcel. Thank you, Little Duck. Thank you, Apollo.
Yeah, everybody who supported that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that.
Okay, yeah, and I look forward to doing the talk after the fact. You said we'll make that work somehow, post-production run through.
Yeah, I'm working on a clip now of from 6. So I'm trying to do it justice and make a nice video to go along with it. That'll be the start, and then we'll carry on seeing what we can get from the rest.
Cool. Well, I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
everything's going to be kind of coming out in clips.
Yeah. Right now, I don't have a great spot for recording, but I'm hoping that'll change in the next couple months. So I'd say the longer, the more time I have, the better. Just on that front of like finding a good spot to record.
Yeah, if any of you guys want to make content, just hit me up and we'll see what we can do and add it to the channel.
And we did have a little bit of a problem with corruption on the SD card we were recording to. Another one of the lessons learned for next year. So we did lose some of the speakers' content, but they've come forward and said that they'll help re-record some of it. So heads up to everybody there. What's the best way to put it? We're a little bit behind on some of that stuff because we were trying to recover data. So. And when I say we, I mean Asylum has been doing that.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah, I've done that like 8,000 times too. This time, no luck for some of it. We did get quite a bit though. So
Yeah, I was mentioning to Cryptoid that there's some digital forensics guys that I know from my previous life. So maybe if it is something that we can try to recover, we might be able to put that somewhere and see if they can help.
yeah, part of the problem was the recording device literally opened a previous recording and overwrote it.
Oh,
The stuff that's lost is not recoverable.
Got it.
Well, but we already have some plans next year for some built-in redundancy there. So
It is what it is. In my opinion, probably meant to be like that.
Yeah.
I had that feeling, except I knew everybody would blame us.
speaking of everybody blaming us, it's really nice to have a group of people now that I know and I've met in person and actually have my back on some stuff. I mean, I know a lot of you guys have always backed us up as the team and everything for a long time, but it's really nice to put like a person with that handle or that name and realizing that this is a real person that actually cares and really wants to help. That was a big thing for me. Probably means more to me than you guys know. It was great.
And with that, I talked with you guys about it, but I want to start putting on regular, like bi-weekly developer talk chats on the Discord, and maybe bi-weekly or monthly discussions on marketing and communications, and getting our heads together and kind of pull our resources together of ideas and thoughts about what we're doing and where we're going, and kind of be in alignment. A lot of the stuff that Kalina talked or did with us, the exercise we did for that talk, we need to formalize that and talk about, the core principles of Darrow and where we go forward and that kind of stuff. I think it's really helpful. And I'm willing to lead the way as far as organizing and putting those groups together and talking about it.
I'm really glad to hear that. Anything you guys can do to help improve the stuff that we already have going on and add more to it, they appreciate it for beyond anything we can verbalize.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's felt kind of like been a long, almost 6 years now, but it's been a long time of kind of feeling like you're treading water and everybody's just trying to step on your head.
I'm more than happy to, break water and tread on other people's heads. So, like I said, we got something real here.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
So Moral Priest has been sitting here for a while on mute. I don't know if he's talked yet because Spaces is a little bit buggy sometimes. It looks like 4 of you are talking right now. But did want to see if he had anything to say. I talked to him quite a bit at the event.
Sure. Thanks for the invite. As you may know, I joined the community quite recently. I think it's been like a month just before the event. And I was like really impressed by not only the quality of people at the event, but the quality of the technical knowledge that was presented. I mean, it did take long. Like the first presentation that Slicks made blew my mind in terms of how advanced Dero is compared to other chain. The feature set and how many brilliant people are in Dero. And I had a thought like, reading Dero and the white paper and everything that Objective Alpha put together so brilliantly, is that I think it's inevitable that the best and the brightest engineer will inevitably come to Dero because that's where the best tech is. And that's on the back-end side. Now I'm hoping that tool will evolve for the normie, so to speak, like the graphical tools and beautiful UI. And I know there's been like some great work on that side with the decks. I really think coming out of the conference, I see Dero's future being so bright because the back end is really solid.
Yeah, I mean, at the after party, we literally sat on the couch beside Flix while he's finishing his pull request for the XSWD protocol, and that was just the cherry on top. Seeing it happen, hanging out with the guys while they're doing it, talking about it. There's a lot of interest in making a difference out there in the world, and I think when we see it, we should open doors in front of those people, keep them rolling, show them support.
Yeah, I was talking to Antonello, and he said he was talking to Slicks and Biso about some things, and then Slicks and Biso showed up on the third day, and he started talking to him, and he was like, "So, remember we were talking about XYZ?" And they were like, "Yeah, we finished that." He was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, we finished that." Then they all sat down together and opened their laptops, and that was it was fun to watch. I didn't make it to the after party, so I didn't see any of the other stuff, but it was cool that people were just hyped up and working on things as we were there.
Yeah, it was very interesting, very cool. Yeah, and just going back to Moral Priest, Dero, it makes it easy to attract great minds because there is no alternative. On top of the fact that it seems to be this, even if there was an alternative, it wouldn't be like this. But we're just here, like, and only once. If you understand anything about crypto, there is no just base layer private with smart contract. If you want to do a thing, it's going to be here. And then just on top of that, not to mention just how it's constructed, who this entity captain is that could have built it in the first place. Everything's just right. So, I suppose, some of the presentations they crossed everything, when someone even presented on SDKs. So that is on the mind, which is just, software development kits and actually making things easier for developers to develop on Dero. So we do actually have community members that are interested in easing that bottleneck. So, stuff like boilerplate code and just, code checkers, stuff like this. So we're really moving forward here. And you have a lot of great minds basically touching on everything, on almost every aspect is accounted for by someone. And it's probably someone you respect. So we're in a really good spot. And we're getting to know each other now. So this is it. This is it. If you if you didn't think it was that like this is it, you know, on top of the fact that there is no alternative, it just seems like it would be the right thing to be anyways if there was. I love it. We're fine. I'm happy.
I feel at home with this group. I'm a fairly recent member of the community too. I've watched from afar for, a couple of years, but getting involved with this group and learning so much. I mean, I can't thank, Apollo and Secret enough for their guidance and their mentorship and what they've done to kind of help bridge the gap of my understanding and everybody in the community. I'm looking forward to picking B. Waldo's brain here in the near future and learn about mining, running my own node, which I haven't set up yet. So just a great, vibrant community of people. And the more that we're producing, the great work that's coming out of, all of the folks that are developing, the more that we're going to be able to build this on-chain economy and this place where people can come and not get censored and not get debanked and still be able to transact with one another.
If I may, I think that was the common layer among everyone. Some people were there for the tech, I assume. We talked about Moonboy earlier, but the common thread was really seeking refuge, seeking shelter, as Raf put it. Because we live in times where it becomes a necessity. Like privacy is no longer an option. It's a human right. The same way
Absolutely.
That no one should have the right to trespass to your property and just watch what you're doing without stealing anything, just watching you. Watching your every move at night, that's just not okay. And that is possible on almost every other blockchain. It's not possible on Dero. It's by default. So in that aspect, my name is Moral Priest, and I joined Dero because I think it's the moralist of crypto projects. And we're all affected by the digital world, whether we like it or not. All of our life is somehow affected. Like there's not a single day almost where we don't have to interact with the digital world. So why not do it in a way where it's moral, in a way where we don't feel at risk of being attacked, censored, blocked, locked down. So yeah, I feel right at home with the Dero community, and the discussion that we had instantly within like 10 minutes of me arriving at the event, like everyone was agreeing with that. There was no like confrontation, like, I'm sure you guys have in your everyday life with people that think that the state is that impartial and, wants the good of the people, where we know in fact that they don't.
Well,
I'm gonna head out, but nice chatting with you.
Yeah, we'll chat soon. Have a good day. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I just want to touch on that a bit more on what Moral Priest said. There's transactional privacy on a blockchain. So the transactions are private in between wallets, and that's lovely. But the blockchain isn't where you live in reality, right? So I had a comment earlier and it got me reminding something that I want to try and harp on because it's not really spoken about enough. We are people and we live in the real world and we run nodes. The peer-to-peer network of Dero is TLS encrypted. So when you're running a Dero node, it looks like HTTPS internet traffic. Right. So beyond just the transactions you do on this closed system of a blockchain, which is cool, lovely. Wow. Your people running the nodes, you running the node are in real life, like a human, right? No other cryptocurrency encrypts the network traffic. And then on top of that, it's TLS encrypted, right? So it's clandestine. It actually blends in with internet traffic. This is fucking crazy. Not even Tor is clandestine. You know Tor packets when you see them. You know onion routing when you see it, right? This is why Tor is it's like it's a big honeypot, because it's not clandestine. It's just, you know when someone's using Tor, just like you know when someone's running a crypto node. We can run our own nodes at home and it looks just like internet traffic. Captain built this for people. You run nodes. You need privacy. It's all lovely having transactional privacy on a blockchain. Sweet. You need privacy running the node. That's what's given us. The TLS encryption between nodes is almost as important as the homomorphic encryption of the transactions. This is important, guys. This is major. So I just wanted to bring that up. This was made for you, real life humans, to run nodes that do homomorphic encryption and are lightweight enough to run on a little laptop or a Raspberry Pi. Everything else in this world is arbitrary. It just doesn't even matter. No crypto project is. The shadow Dero cast is ginormous over everything else. You can't even describe it. You can't even explain it.
And I'm kind of glad you brought that point up. So Captain was supposed to be putting together like a short presentation to share with everybody at Nonsensus. We didn't really get to it, but Captain also changed the direction in what he wanted to share with everybody. He said that he's learned a lot about life in the last couple of months, and he didn't really know how to express his thoughts yet. I wanted to pass this not at the event because it wasn't a lot of material, but I did want everybody to hear it. So he basically said, I have something that's not expressing what I really want to, but at least pass this message. And his message was, let's see Captain as an idea rather than some individual. You can all be Captain. And I figured that was a good note to kind of to continue and kind of wrap up on over the next 30 minutes or so.
When I was planning on going to Nonsensus, that was, I think, something that I shared. I said, we're all Captain now. And that's the thing that he's built and developed to us, that it's not about him. It's not about a group of people that are core devs. It's about all of us. It's just like Alpha said, it's about these people that are involved, that are using Dero, that run nodes, that support and utilize this network.
But it is about him. No one's encrypted peer-to-peer traffic before this. No one even thought in the way that he does before this came along. Like, he's just being humble. He's a lovely, sweet man who is, he's grateful for everything. But it is him. He's made this mindset. He's seen things no one else in the entire fallacy that has become this cryptocurrency industry. He's made all of this. Who thinks about people running nodes as people? Right? You need to be clandestine. Monero doesn't give a fuck about that. No other nodes care. You're running a node. Everyone can see you're running a node if you want to run a node. And then, just on top of this, to make it lightweight, it's, he's being humble, but yeah, we can all be he's given us this gift of this mindset, of this way of thinking, which is, don't follow the crowd. Don't do what they're doing. Don't have their same motivations. Motivate yourself for loving others. Protect people. Protect reality. Protect this earth. He said to me once before, love all beings. And that was just random. He wasn't even, we weren't talking about love. He was just like, love all beings. It's okay. This is what we're dealing with. So, we're all Captain Butt. Nah.
I understand your sentiment on that, but also it kind of goes back to the if you build it, they will come type thing. I think everybody who's been involved, and especially the people that were at Nonsensus, are the type of people that think like that a little bit anyway, right? It's not like anybody came to Zero and then was suddenly converted to being compassionate or caring about the world, right? Like it attracts a certain type of people, and that's kind of what they've done with this.
He built it and we came.
So interesting. So interesting.
All right, I see Ant is a speaker. Is that Antonello?
Yeah, it's ringing.
Hey, what's up, Ben? You were one of the people that really blew me away because I had no idea who you were.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the event, when it was time to start saying goodbye to everybody, I went to shake your hand and you opened up your arms for a big hug, and that, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, so what I wanted, yeah, so you guys already said it all. It was extremely emotional for some reason for, I guess, all of us. What I agree, I mean, what Alpha just said, and in you and everybody, and Quest for Crypto and stuff. I mean, we all felt the same, and so I'm very thankful that I took the plane and came all the way there to be at the event live. I've learned an incredible amount of things, and I think the thing that is most valuable is that I really felt like you guys were all friends. I don't know. It was a weird feeling that I did not have at any other crypto conference. I've been to a few once. And so, yeah, it was really mind blowing under every aspect. I mean, technical, but first of all, it was the people, obviously. And also, I wanted to say that it was invaluable, like for me to get to know all of you and devs, like being able to speak to Slicks or Six, or that even was teaching me how to use Go and a few other things, and being able to be in touch with them, with Apollo, for example. Now I've been while I listen to you, I'm working on improvements for their BNB. I'm gonna have a call and start trying to make their BNB like really a bomb, and move my business, which is related to the rental management of properties on chain on there. So to me, it's all about moving on chain as much as we can. So to meet with the devs, which I didn't know how to do. Yes, I could have done it on Discord, obviously, but being at the event live, it made things so much easier. And that I wanted to. I mean, all the presentations were absolutely outstanding. I mean, I don't even know which one was better. So it's just. I'm very, very thankful for you guys that organized it, and I really look forward to the next one. And I also wanted to say that since I'm back, I've been thinking about a lot of apps, the apps that I think we can build on there, or that will change things in the sense that, as Alpha was saying before, we really like it's our we say it's like it's our way to create something on chain that can go against the all this tyrannical things that have been done over the last few years, and they keep doing. So I think I'm very, very thankful, and I look forward to building as much as possible on Dero and to being his community.
Yeah, it was such a great experience sitting next to Anto and listen to the speakers and stuff. We're kind of talking amongst each other after the talks, like, holy shit, did you hear about this? Yeah, I didn't know about this. Like, it was just like every talk just got better and better and better. And, day 3 comes along and we're just all just hanging around and talking and everything. And it was just like, man, I couldn't think of like a better event that I could have gone to than what you guys put together and what you guys provided for us. So thank you again.
Yeah, it was lovely to meet you, and lovely enthusiasm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really. I want to also add that since I'm back, I've been teaching. Like I'm still very excited. So okay, I'm working on the Airbnb now, but also I've been I've initiated about 10 people already. I had a download a wallet, buy Dero, start playing with the CLI wallet connected to the Airbnb. I showed them what I'm doing. So I think this is going to be very important moving on, because people are clueless. Even people that I know that I've invested heavily in crypto and stuff, they still follow, the pump and dump stuff. And so here it's really time to create an on-chain economy, and Dero is giving us this huge opportunity. So I'm I'm all about the tech and obviously the people, but I think this is a huge opportunity that we have, that we shouldn't blow. We should work together as much as we can to to build stuff and to start using crypto, not just waiting for 3 years until, for after for those 12 months where the cycle is finally up, and then, make more money fiat wise, but not being able to really use it. So we need to to create the apps that can really change things, whether it's the Airbnb or I don't know, anything basically that can be, we can build anything on there and create our own economy, so we can spend our Dero without going back to fiat as much as possible.
I just saw that Amy Voluntary joined. I offered her speaker rights, but hopefully she can get around to speaking as well. But yeah, the separate economy and not going back into fiat, I think, is more important than a lot of people put weight on. It's not necessarily about being able to transact within what's currently constructed, like a lot of crypto goes for. They go for, fintech. They're just trying to integrate what they're doing into the existing system. And to me, that's not what crypto was ever about. So to see so many people understanding that and also agreeing with that point of view is gives me a bit of hope.
Yeah, I mean, but as I was saying before, we need to. A lot of people don't think this way, even though they think a lot, they know a lot about crypto. They all think in the USD terms, and nobody really except Rust and you guys, and not many other people think about creating an economy on chain where so I think this is fundamentally important, and hopefully we can spread the word, people, and make it possible for people to really understand it.
No, I agree, and obviously I agree. If you saw my presentation, it was kind of aimed in the direction a real hard, heavy, bold shot at exactly that, which is breaking our reliance on fiat currency, and how it would be possible for us to do that whilst maintaining, usability that we're all used to, right? There's a fine line to tread when we're doing this, but it is possible. Very large ideas, but it can be done. This is the place to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the beginning, when I started in crypto, I immediately went to Ethereum. Why? Because of the DApps that I thought could be built on it, and but then it was a letdown. And then when I discovered Zero a year ago, started studying it and investing in it, and now, thanks to this conference, I know what we can do 1,000%, and we already started building stuff. Again, being in touch with all of you and the devs, for me as an entrepreneur, it was invaluable, because I can have the best ideas in the world, but then I need a chain where I can develop them. Really start changing things and convince my clients that we need to embrace this kind of economy. And I think that this can, when people start realizing what's really going on, I think that we have a good shot at making it a reality.
I think your experience is probably my favorite account so far from nonsensus. It was nice to see you come in and connect with so many people in a way that was adaptable and applicable to your existing lifestyle. So you could see all the things, and we could see it in your eyes lighting up when you get all these ideas and things going on. And that's just fucking awesome. I love seeing that.
Yeah,
He was the first person I talked to when I got there. Amy wasn't there with me yet, so I was there all by myself, and he was the one that first came up and talked to me, made me feel welcome. So I was happy you were there too, brother.
Speaking of Amy,
Amy, where?
she's a speaker now. So
Okay.
Hey, oh my gosh, it's so great to hear from you guys. And it was so great to meet all of you on
hello.
Nonsensus. Wow. And yeah, no, I just said I'm on a computer now, so I had to figure out my browser settings. It was actually hard. Like I had to grant Twitter, my permit, like the Brave, the permissions. And I was like, wow, it's harder than I thought. But no, thank you all for being here and for hosting this space. And I feel like I'm still learning. Like, I'd heard about Darrow because I'm a Crypto Vigilante member, but I didn't really know much about it. So, I feel like Nonsensus was the first time I really got to learn about it, and then to be part of the community. And I just want to touch again on something the Objective Alpha was saying. Like, I didn't know what you were saying, like like what you were saying about Captain, like creating Darrow for the people, and that the nodes and then encryption amongst nodes. Like I just like that sentence just really struck me, and I'm like, wow. I mean, that could make Darrow very, very powerful as a platform and as a platform to transact on. But no, it's beautiful, and I'm still learning. So thank you all for including me.
No, and thank you and Daniel for your presentation. I know you guys seemed to, maybe Daniel seemed a little bit nervous, but you guys really knocked it out of the park with what you guys were doing. It was great to have you guys there.
And I'll just digress a little bit, since it is kind of a open format at these talks here. the pirate community hosted their very first X Space this morning, and it was very lovely. I didn't get to talk and thank you in person because I had it playing in the background while I was changing my oil. But if you guys want to hear some of the pirate tales and how they found the chain and the community, it's worth the playback. Thanks so much for that, and I look forward to the next one.
Yeah, thanks for shouting us out, brother. It was a good time. Or I think we're going to do them once a month now, so there'll be more of them.
Yeah, if you want, go ahead and on the thread for this space, just reply with the with your guys' space so people can find it easier.
Okay. Do you know how to do that, Amy, or do you want me to go figure it out?
I could try.
Just share the post that had your space on it. Just share that post and just reply to the thread of this one. Or you can just hit me up. I'll retweet your stuff.
That's amazing. I do want to say it was just, especially after nonsensus, just the collaboration. Again, I'm looking at like how I can help out in the Darrow community, and it was just so like heartening to see, like, it's like, oh wow, there are like Darrow people in the pirate chain space, and then there are pirate chain people in the Darrow space. It was just really cool to see the collaboration and just and also just for all y'all who worked on nonsensus, just the amount of like collaboration and camaraderie that you built that community by hosting that conference. And it was amazing. You really brought the community together. So thank you for all that.
Thank you for showing up, because if it wasn't for you guys showing up, that wouldn't have happened, right?
Yeah, we made a lot of good connections, a lot of good networking. And talking on the internet can only get you so far. These meeting up in person, really. That's kind of what I discovered through this event, how important it is to actually meet some people in real life, not just live digitally. And it really made an impact. So, yeah, I hope to see more cooperation in the future. And I don't know, I'm definitely going to be back next year for nonsensus. So it's
Right on.
so it's really important to meet people in person and, keep our relationships, real life relationships alive, Can't get all lost in the digital world.
Thank you guys for coming. Yeah, it was two great ladies. Thank you guys for coming.
You're never gonna drop that, are you?
Oh gosh, I love it, but I think Daniel loves it.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It really, it was a great way to open up the conference. Thank you for getting a little too curious there.
Literally open up.
So yeah, see, it's important. Amy and Kalina stopped by, so we can prove that there was women there. It wasn't a sausage fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, all there. All both of them. No.
No, there was at least four. There's at least four.
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, there was more. Like there was more that weren't just speakers.
That's not those are good numbers for crypto, man.
Yeah. It was a regular Playboy mansion up in there for crypto standards.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding. I don't mean to be sexist, Amy. I'm just joking with you.
But seriously, we need women around, so don't stop showing up.
Peace.
Well, we used to have women at the event, but then Cryptoid offended them all.
Oh, well, we don't need the weak. They'll probably come when the money comes, They'll show up when we're top 10 coin.
There we go. We can keep them in the back though.
Oh, geez, really? I thought I was
talking about one upping, huh? Wait, come on now. It's 10:30 on a Saturday. What are we saying?
All right. Well, now we're all officially canceled. So
the big question is, where is it gonna be next year?
So, the majority of the feedback I got, feedback that I got was everybody really wanted to do it at the same place again. I'm not sure if
with gun.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if we should do the same venue or not, but the general consensus was to be back in Phoenix and same area.
I like the venue. I think that room was phenomenal. I think the venue was great. You know, you're next door to a casino. You got food. You got everything there. Plenty of parking. It was just on the outskirts. Decent drive away from everything. Like, it was lovely.
Yeah, I agree. The venue was really good.
I think Phoenix in general is the right vibe for nonsensus too.
Yeah, especially this time of year. It's really great just when it's getting cold everywhere else to go skate down to some warm weather.
Yeah, I did suggest Las Vegas to a few people, but the immediate response was that seems like too much, and not the right feel. So I think we'll go back for Phoenix, but maybe some people won't drive this time.
I'm definitely driving again. This time with the bigger truck and more people.
Bunch of illegal immigrants coming from Canada.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we're coming up on about 90 minutes that we usually do.
Let's wrap it up. Xylem sounds like he's ready for bed.
Does anybody have anything else they want to add before we go?
I kind of want to say something. I just want to reiterate how I, closed my presentation while we were there, stating that, it's really important what we take home from this conference and what we do over the next year before the next one. It's, we really got a solid community, I think, between both of our communities, and the people that showed up there and the people that show up to things like this Twitter space really need to take a leadership role and step up and do what's needed to lead these projects and lead, privacy technologies, not just blockchain stuff, everything in the free and open source community, and really use these products and push them forward, because you guys are on the front lines of fighting against digital tyranny, and we need all the help we can get. Nobody, you're here, you're the ones that are showing up, and it's our job. So let's take inspiration from this event and really go make some things happen over the next year. Not just talk about these chains, but actually use them and build on them and really do something special that we can talk about next year. So that's mainly was my takeaway from the event. I really appreciate you guys having us at the event and having us at this Twitter space today. It's been really incredible. Love you guys. Thanks for everything.
All right. Well said. I think that's the perfect note to end on, and we'll wrap it up for this week, and we'll pick it up later.
Nice to hear from you all again, guys.
Thank you so much again.
For real. Yeah. We'll talk again soon. You guys have a good one.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Everyone have a good day, night.